Welcome to Kickstarter Conniption. I'm Kevin Delp.
And I'm Melissa Delp.
And we're happy to be part of the Tantrum House family. Today, we are looking at the Pirate Republic. It is a semi-cooperative exploration and card combat game for 2 to 4 players, and it's coming to Kickstarter May 27th.
Now, the game is set during the 18th century in the Spanish Main, and each player gets to become an infamous pirate captain like Blackbeard or Anne Bonny. And then you sail around the New World, plundering merchant ships, fighting navy vessels, and trying to conquer colonial settlements.
Now, this is a heavy game, both in gameplay and in the number of components it has, but once you know the rules, I think it's pretty straightforward. Just keep in mind that in this video, all the images that we show you are prototype components. The board shows the historic placement of colonial settlements, forts, and fleets. The initial setup of land and sea tokens each game is determined by randomly drawn territory cards, so it will be different each time.
The game also provides variety in replayability through the missions. Similar to a game like Dead of Winter, there's going to be a group collaborative mission that everyone is trying to accomplish, and then there are also secret personal missions for each player. There are also chaos cards, which function kind of like the crossword cards.
Movement and combat initiative are determined by dice, but actual combat is done with cards. Each player has a starting deck of crew cards and draws 5 at the beginning of their turn. Throughout the game, you can upgrade your crew to get better cards.
Especially in the first round of the game, before you've been able to upgrade your crew, you'll probably have to team up with other players to attack some of those ships and those heavily defended forts and settlements. Now, if that seems too slow and you don't want to take time to build up your crew to get to those more powerful things, there is a variation in the game where you can actually start with some of those more powerful cards already in your deck.
Even though it looks like there's a lot going on in this game, the icons are pretty clear and easy to understand. There's a reference guide on each player's board that's a little small for the prototype, and the game board has a reference section for the movement dice. The land and sea tokens on the board are also easy to distinguish by shape. Square is for land, and round is for sea. That's easy to remember.
The game provides a lot of strategic choices. Do I team up with another player to increase our chance of success, even though that means we'll have to share the rewards? Do I actually attack a target, or do I try to intimidate it instead by using parlay? Do I use multiple cards in my combat, or do I use one of my precious reputation tokens to make that card more powerful? In this instance, I could use my reputation token to increase the attack value of my Cut 'em to Pieces card from 2 to 5.
We enjoy playing this with Tom, the designer of the game, at our local game store. He's put a lot of detail into this game, from the historical research to the cartography of the board to the card art. So if you're a fan of history or pirates or card-based combat, check out the Pirate Republic on Kickstarter.